if it hits a certain severity level, we call it pulling the fire alarm.
Was an organization where we had specific identifiers out there to kind of say that if we cross this threshold, this now becomes a crisis. And so for our case, we had, I think it was greater than 50% of our customers being impacted by whatever outage is occurring, that equals crisis, or greater than 60% impact to our associates, that equals a crisis. Or if it was one of our top 10 customers, automatic crisis. So those were kind of the ones to help guide people to know, like, we need to escalate this quickly, or no, we still have some time to keep working on this and see if we can resolve it at the lower level.
Yeah, so we've got an incident response plan for, lots of times things will start off as a operational IT incident, like servers down or whatever. And so there's a standard priority tier, is it a priority 1, 2, or 3 based on the impact. But then oftentimes then that could become a cyber incident, right? And so then for cyber incidents, we have a severity matrix based on, what's the impact or potential impact to the business or to the financials or to business reputation or to data or whatever. And then if it hits a certain severity level, we call it pulling the fire alarm. And then in order to pull the fire alarm, that's when it goes to the crisis management team, right? And so that is a decision made by typically a very small group of people, like the CIO, the chief financial or chief legal officer, and the head of cyber, right? And so if the decision is made to pull the fire alarm, we have a whole process in place where calls go out immediately to a group of people, senior executives across the business, they get convened, and we practice that. So we do tabletop exercises where we practice these sorts of things. We usually do those twice a year. And those are super important because you find that even if you have a plan, you can't think of everything necessarily. And when you go through the tabletop, you uncover things that you didn't think of previously, and then you can make your plan better.